welcome to FPL with Old Man Phil. And I'm Phil, and it's nice to know you all. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you'll be updated when future videos are uploaded. And show some love by nudging that little like button. Okay, let's get straight on and have a look at what happened at the end of Game Week 6. We had in Game Week 6 a Game Week score of 59, a very good score considering the Game Week average. It meant a Game Week rank of 576k or 577k and an overall score of 434. I've never had it so good. My overall rank up again by a massive 75k to 71,000, and things are looking really good at the moment. I'm very, very pleased with how things are going, especially as I'm pretty much a second half of the season player traditionally. But let's have a look how the team got on. It was a pretty miserable day all round for everybody in Game Week 6, and I'm no different. And of the total of 59 is at the higher end, so I'm not that disappointed. To be getting 60 points in a game week like that is quite good indeed for me. Okay, so at the back, Matip and Rudiger and Sanchez all blanked. And surprisingly so, but Cody had a clean sheet and saved the day at the back. In midfield, Benrahma blanked but did get the bonus point for a score of 3. Gray got an assist, and Salah and Rafinha both scored. So in midfield, pretty average, and I would have been expecting more from those boys. And up front, I chose Antonio as captain, and he was the top scorer in my team this week with 8, so that turned out to be the correct choice. Ronaldo blanked in that horrible game with Aston Villa, and the Aubameyang experiment continued with Aubameyang scoring and picking up 7 points on the day. So overall a score of 59 points. I was very happy with indeed. I've already made one change for Game Week 7, and that's to bring in Lukaku for Ronaldo. I'm going to also double up on the Chelsea defence as well, so I'm going to take a hit of -4 to get in Alonso for Matip. So I am working towards playing a 4-3-3 up until Christmas, because midfield is such a minefield at the moment, and I'm really struggling to work out who to play in midfield. So in the 4-3-3, Cody and White will make up the back four, Benrahma, Salah and Rafinha, and up front we'll have Antonio, Lukaku, and the Aubameyang experiment continues at least for a while, as Arsenal are coming in to a little bit of form at the moment. So as we work towards a better, stronger defence by Game Week 10, I think all the fixtures are reasonable except for Salah's, and I'm hoping for a good weekend this game week. In terms of captain, my main captain, and I usually stick to just one captain per season, is Salah. And my second captain is Lukaku, and my reserve captain at the moment is Antonio. Now, Salah has a very, very difficult game against Manchester City, so that pretty much rules him out. He's not going to score a ton of goals this week, so he's pretty much ruled out of the captain's armband choice. Lukaku is at home to Southampton, a very, very nice fixture, and Antonio home to what I think could be a good scoring game against Brentford. But I'm going to play a little bit safe this week, and I'm going to select Lukaku as the captain, and I'm hoping that Chelsea bounce back after their defeat and really roll over Southampton, which means Lukaku might come in for a few returns. The watch list. At the moment, I have this watch list because, and you'll notice it's the same amount of players as my main team. And I have this because it helps me to keep an eye on players, and I've highlighted 4 there who I'm keeping a very, very close eye on. Trent, obviously, Tierney, Smith Rowe, who I've just recently replaced with Saka, and Vardy. I'm keeping a very close eye on them. Certainly Tierney, Trent and Smith Rowe, Saka will be in my team very shortly, but the one in green, Cancelo, is the one that I really must get in somehow very quickly, and he will be in the team next week. I have now the funds available to get him in, and he will be replacing Cody. I also play against a team selected from the watch list, and that's quite fun, and it helps me to keep an eye on players' form and the way they're playing. And this week, the Watchlist team was made up of Sanchez, Cancelo, Tierney, Shaw and Trent Alexander at the back. Sarr, Fernandes and Son made up the midfield, and Ronaldo, Tony and Vardy, a very, very scary front three, made up the front three. And Cancelo got a return. Sarr, Son, Vardy and perhaps Tony were the main contributors, and they scored 53 points over the game week. I made Ronaldo captain and that didn't work out. And we already know that my first team scored 59, and so we managed to edge past them by 6 points. And this is fun to do, and I enjoy doing this, but it does help me to keep an eye on players' form, and when players are actually start to do well, they come into my watch list team, and then we play against them, and that's from there they'll move to my main team. In terms of score predictions, this was probably the worst week I have ever had in trying to predict scores. Chelsea, Manchester City, I just didn't see Chelsea losing that one, but they did. Manchester United the same. How on earth were they beaten by Villa? Everton and Norwich I called absolutely correctly, and that was the only success this week, as I'd put Leeds down to get a point against West Ham. Close, but not close enough. And Leicester, I thought were going to just beat Burnley quite comfortably, but they didn't. Watford and Newcastle, I couldn't separate them. But I did edge towards Newcastle, and boy, did Newcastle almost steal it. Brentford and Liverpool, there's nobody called that 3-3 draw. There's no chance of getting that correct. Southampton and Wolves, I couldn't really separate. Just one moment of genius from Jimenez, and I couldn't see Arsenal rolling over Spurs in the way that they did. Crystal Palace and Brighton, I thought Crystal Palace would be good enough to beat Brighton at home, but again, that's another one I got wrong. The weekly running total, therefore, of 3, the running total now after 6 game weeks of 49, and that's an average total of 8.1. Percentage wise over the season so far, that's 40.5. Now that actually isn't as bad as it sounds. To be getting a percentage anywhere around 40 to 50 is very, very good indeed. This week, again, we're going to go for Manchester United win. I think they have enough to beat Everton 2-1, I'm going to say. Burnley and Norwich, I really believe Burnley are good enough to beat Norwich, and I'm going to say 2-0. Chelsea, I think, will bounce back and will beat Southampton easily, and I'm going to say 3-0. And hopefully Lukaku will be among the goals for that one. Leeds and Watford, I can't really separate these two. They're very similar teams, and I'm going to go 1-1 on this one. Wolves and Newcastle, interesting fixture, but I'm going to say Wolves 2, Newcastle 1. I think there will be goals in it. I hope that Arsenal will roll over Brighton. I don't think it will be comfortable for them, but I think they will win 2-0, and good luck to Aubameyang. Crystal Palace and Leicester, I believe that Leicester should be winning games like this. And Spurs, I think, will beat Aston Villa. At some point, Spurs are going to start winning games, and we need to be aware that that will happen. They're not going to be in a relegation fight. West Ham and Brentford is the high-scoring game of the weekend, I think. And I think that it will be 3-2. Good luck to Antonio and Benrahma. Liverpool and City, I'm going to sit on the fence with this one. I know I'm sitting on the fence, but I'm just going to go 1-1, although I do know this could go either way. And that's it for this game week. My team is selected, my scores are predicted, and now it's over to the 11 players on the pitch and over to Lady Luck. Probably a lot more to Lady Luck than the 11 players I've selected. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you'll be updated for future videos in the series. And also show some love and hit that like button because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And so, good luck to everybody in this game week 7. It's coming up, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And all that remains to be said now is I will see you in the Premier League trivia quiz video on the weekend. See you there.